Okay, Dragon Ball Super fans, I want to make an alert that this is a spoiler-ish video. So if you don't want to know about a fact from episode 77 of Dragon Ball Super, please click the X button right now or fast forward. Okay, warning over. Now, it's going to be reported in episode 77 that Bulma is pregnant with Bulla slash Bra, and it's really cool because Vegeta's going to be shown to be extremely nervous and anxious about the new baby on the way. And that got me thinking that Bulla finally is coming to the series as a whole, so we're going to have her. And we have the Omni-verse tournament coming up soon, so I don't know if Bulla is going to be fully born by that time or she'll still be in Bulma's belly. And it just got me to thinking that in the future Trunks Goku Black Zamasu arc, we saw a lot of parental Vegeta in action, taking the lead as a father, caring for his future son, training him, fighting for him and his timeline, because he even said it to Goku Black and Zamasu that he wasn't fighting for, his own pride, ego, and just for the thrill of being a Saiyan. He was fighting to protect future Trunks' timeline, and that was amazing. Not to mention that at one point, it was right before Zamasu and Goku Black fused that Goku Black tapped into his emotions. He even said that, "Oh, I get it. So it was your own inability to defeat me that spurred your anger and enhanced your training, and that's why you got so strong now." And then he started to do the same. So pretty much that's when he got that giant sigh from his hand to open up that warping dimension or something like that. And it got me to thinking, Vegeta was frustrated at himself for not being able to defeat Black to protect future Trunks and his timeline. So we've kind of already seen Vegeta as a father step up to get more powerful to fight for somebody other than himself. And the reason I bring all this up is because the Omni-verse tournament coming up is apparently going to be so that if any universe loses, they're automatically going to be destroyed. In the grand scheme of things, that really doesn't make a lot of sense, meaning that if a universe loses, their entire universe is destroyed. But there can only be one winner of the tournament. So does that mean, like, if Universe 7 wins, that the other 11 universes will be completely wiped out of existence? That really doesn't make sense to me. But again, we haven't gotten all the rules and regulations of this tournament. Not to mention, it would not surprise me if something went sour during the tournament to the point where the tournament doesn't get finished. So I don't know if, let's say, if Universe 5, let's say they lose in the first or second round, okay? After they lose, is their universe automatically destroyed, or is it something that won't happen until the end of the tournament? I don't know how that works, but either way, it sounds interesting, but it sounds very diabolical at the same time. Not to mention that, if I were Goku, I would feel pretty guilty because remember, even though the Omni King was the one to suggest a Omniversal tournament at the end of the Universe 6, Universe 7 arc, Goku was the one who kind of inspired it to begin with. When you look all the way back to the debut of Champa and Vados, they did appear briefly in the Resurrection F arc when Beerus and Whis were going to Earth to not watch the fight between Golden Frieza and the Saiyans, but really to get the delicious ice cream that Bulma told them about. And that's when they briefly appeared and they had a conversation brother to brother. But I feel like the real debut was the following episode at the end of the Golden Frieza arc, where Champa and Vados goes to Beerus' planet. They do their food competition. And then at the end, they have their suggested, okay, we should have a tournament between our universes and the winner gets this Earth with the delicious food. It was really Goku who, even though it was technically, if I'm not mistaken, Champa who said, and the winner gets the Super Dragon Balls as well. If it wasn't, Beerus wasn't that interested in it. He just wanted to get the approval of Goku and Vegeta first to see if it was something that they should do. And since Goku was the one, he was the first one to just jump up and say, hey, let's do it. And then not to mention, we don't even know who made up the rules in terms of, okay, we're going to destroy all every universe that loses. I don't think, obviously, Goku wanted something like that to occur, but I feel like him bringing the other Omni King from Future Trunks' timeline to this one might have occurred. It might have been something they talked about, or again, it could have been the Grand Priest. I don't know. A lot of theories are floating around that he could be the main villain here, and it makes sense when you think about it because somebody of his intelligence. I'm not saying the Omni King is stupid by any, means whatsoever, but he seems very childish. So his decisions, he can be easily influenced. So it reminds me of that old Dragon Ball movie, I can't think of the name. It was the one where Goku, was it Mystical Adventure or something like that? It was the Dragon Ball movie where Chaozu was the emperor, Tien was his, right hand man, as well as Master Shin. It was the one where Arali was in there as well. I think it was Mystical Adventure. It's the one where Goku. It was the think of it. It was the Dragon Ball movie that took place during the Red Ribbon Army arc. Instead of the Red Ribbon Army, it was Emperor Chaozu and his army. But Chaozu wasn't using it for evil purposes. Master Shin was influencing the army to find the Dragon Balls, to find his missing wife, Chaozu's missing wife, but in reality, he wanted to use it to overthrow Chaozu. And the reason I bring this up is because we have like an older character who's more wise, taking advantage of a young king by influencing his decisions for their own personal gain. So with that being said, it could be why the Grand Priest might have said something along the lines of, okay, so let's have this tournament, but for every universe that loses, they probably don't deserve to exist anymore. So you can just boom them out of existence. So that could be the reason. So like those theories have said, hey, you know what? I think the world of Dragon Ball would have been better off without Goku in it, in terms of him bringing threats. So inadvertently, Goku's excitement for the Universal Tournaments to begin with, not to mention bringing another Omni King into the mix, might have potentially been the reason why this whole universe blowing up thing might have occurred. Kind of sucks. So what does this have to do with Vegeta and Bulla? Because I brought that up at the beginning of the video. I think it would be really cool in terms of character development if not only Vegeta, but let's say Gohan and Pan giving off the last episode of Super, which was not the best episode, but it was actually pretty funny. Like, I just finished watching it about the Great Saiyan Man movie, and the reason he did it was so that, number one, that stuntman that buried Khan, I believe his name is, was going to fire for not doing the jumping over the tank trick, because he obviously he's a human being. But he said that the reason he wanted to do it, Gohan said, is because he wanted something for Pan to watch when she gets older and think that it's cool. I thought that was really awesome. And then, it made me think that if Pan watched that movie as, when she gets a little bit older and notices that her dad is doing all those cool stunts, could it be the reason that she wears an orange bandana in GT is because she saw her dad with the orange helmet? That's the Great Saiyan Man. That's pretty cool if that goes full circle like that, assuming that she does dress like she does in GT, which I kind of doubt given the fact that Super is really revamping a lot of old things, which is a good thing. But in any case, the reason I bring up Vegeta is because, again, the inspiration of the universe being destroyed, aka, I don't know, another thing that needs to be explained. Let's say the fighters of one universe loses. Do they have to go back to their universe and then the Omni King will bleed them out of existence? Or will it be that, okay, if Universe 5 fighter loses on the tournament grounds, then he's automatically going to destroy the universe and they're going to be homeless? I don't know how that works. So let's just say it's the former. If they go, okay, you lose, you get zapped back to your universe, and then we're going to destroy it. Let's say Vegeta, I don't really know how the battles are set up. I know it's 10 fighters from each universe. Let's say Vegeta is on the ground and he's losing bad to Hit or somebody else that's powerful. But then he thinks about his daughter that was just born. I don't know if she's still going to be in Bulma's stomach, or if she's going to be born a newborn like Pan. And he uses that inspiration to power up to like a new level, a new technique, or a temporary power. You know how it is, rage boost. And then he defeats the opponent for the sake of his daughter, if the universe is in danger, which it is. The same could be said for Gohan, it looks like he's going to be buffed up in ultimate form. The same could be said for him. So we have Vegeta and Bulla, because again, a new daughter, new inspiration. You have Gohan and Pan, and Goku, arguably, he doesn't have a newborn, but I'm pretty sure he'd still fight for his his own enjoyment, let's be honest. But again, he did have that rage boost during the Zamasu fight when he found out that he stole his body, killed Goku and Zamasu's body, and then Goten and Chi-Chi, and then he went off. So it would be pretty cool. It would be pretty cool if it was like a 3-on-1 or something. Let's say it's okay, we're going to have the final match. It's going to be Universe 7 versus whatever universe makes it to the finals, and it's a 10-on-10 fight. Everybody lose. I'm talking Roshi and the androids, Boo, and it's only down to Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan. And the three of them, I don't know if it's a 3-on-1 match or a 3-on-3, but let's just say that last fighter from whatever universe they're facing is so powerful that it knocked out the other 7 fighters, and he's the only one left, and he's kicking their ass. I mean, like Gohan, Vegeta, Goku, even with Kaioken Super Saiyan Blue, or Rage Boost Vegeta, or, you know, Ultimate Gohan, or if he has some kind of transformation up his sleeve, I don't know. And then it's the inspiration that their families are in danger, that they power up and win. That would be pretty awesome in my book, because again, it shows great character development, that the Saiyans can tap into their emotion. And then of course Gohan could be the star of that scene, because again, I started off this video talking about Vegeta, but Gohan being a Saiyan human hybrid, I don't know, it would be pretty badass for him to have one final farewell, in terms of him doing something epic, so epic that it's like, you know what, as a Gohan fan, it's like, you know what, Gohan doesn't have to do anything again. He could just sit at his desk, do his professor assistant work, whatever you want to call it, because he had one grand finale that saved the entire universe. So with that being said, I want to bring this video to a close, but please let me know in the comment section below. Do you think that Bulla finally being introduced could be an inspiration for Vegeta to win this tournament, to save, you know, his wife, his kids? Same for Gohan. Will his family, you know, Pan, Videl? Because I do think it's interesting that they're doing like this mini Gohan arc, where, if I'm not mistaken, in the next episode, he has to save Pan from the evil alien that took over Barry Khan. Even the preview says that Pan will be just fine, but at the same time, that's his daughter we're talking about. So I feel like, even though this is, I don't want to call it filler, I call it like the space between the Zamasu arc and the Omni-verse tournament, because I really want to see his character development, because I'd rather see this kind of stuff going on. We have these quote-unquote background side characters getting their own story arcs before the tournament, because I'd rather see what Gohan is doing in progression to the tournament, instead of him automatically going from, okay, I'm sitting behind my desk, oh yeah, I'm buff again, and I'm fighting against the other universes. Because yeah, he's been training with Piccolo, but at the same time, you know, that was the only time we saw that was what, before the beginning of the Universe 6-7 tournament. We seen him flying full speed to meet future Trunks right before he went to the future, and it looked like he was back in his ultimate state, and he was exhausted, either from A, not flying in so long at that speed, or B, he was training with Piccolo. But at the same time, why would he change from his training gi, probably that green jumpsuit, to, you know, like a normal civilian outfit, and then fly all the way to meet Trunks? I don't know how that would work. But in any case, I think it would be pretty cool if they do fight for their families, because I feel like that's why Gohan, I feel, if I'm not mistaken, based off the manga panel preview, the announcement for the Omni-verse tournament, it's Goku is called to the Omni King's palace, and the Omni Kings are really pleased to see him. And that's when you see all the Kais and gods of destruction, and I believe the angels are there as well. And that's when he learns about the tournament. So something that's really going to catch my attention, and again, it hasn't been shown yet, so we have to wait. Remember when it was said that the winner of the 6-7 Universal Tournament would get the Earth, like, you know, if Universe 6 won, the Universe 7 Earth would be transported to that universe, I guess you could say. If I'm not mistaken, they would exchange her. So let's just say, like a foreign exchange program, the Universe 6 Earth, which was desolated from war and no humans are alive, will be transported to Universe 7, and the Universe 7 Earth, the one we know of, will be transported to Universe 6. Remember, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, aside from Beerus, Whis, Champa, Vados, Goku, and Vegeta, nobody knew, like, and I'm talking like, you know, the Z Fighters or Krillin or anybody else in the turn, or Piccolo, nobody knew that, hey, if we lost, that means we we don't lose our Earth, but it gets to transported to another universe. To my knowledge, they didn't even know that. My question is, let's say Goku, Whis, Beerus, Supreme Kai, they're at Omni King's temple, they learn the rules. Will they tell the other Z Fighters? Something tells me that that's something that you really shouldn't keep in secret, because we're talking about the destruction of the entire universe here. So if Goku doesn't, I'm pretty sure the team picked is a legit team pick instead of just random people, because I'm still questioning Roshi, Krillin, and Tien instead of Goten and Trunks. I know they're just little kids, but at the same time, they are Super Saiyans. Yes, they might not have like the years and years or decades of experience as a Roshi or a Krillin, but at the same time, they're more powerful. So that's another big question. Will they learn the rules? Because I'm pretty sure if let's say everybody who was watching the Universe 7 tournament and 6, like Bulma, Videl, and Hercule and everybody, or Mr. Satan, if they come to the tournament grounds and then they learn the rules when they get there, I'm pretty sure they're going to be pissed as no Goku didn't tell them about it. So I feel like, again, that the whole family factor could be a huge inspiration. Goku inadvertently could be the at fault here. But at the same time, let me know in the comments below, who do you think will shine in a tournament? And again, I really do like the idea, and I'm not saying that because it's just something I came up with off the cuff of my head, but I really do like the idea if it came down to, let's say, the final match of the tournament, if it gets that far. Let's honestly, aside from the Universe 6, Universe 7 tournament, I can't even remember the last time they had a world tournament, or in this case, Omni-verse tournament, that actually went from beginning to end without a hitch. I can think about the first one where Jackie Chun and Goku, Tien and Goku in the finals, and Piccolo and Goku. Then the Unseen tournament where Mr. Satan won. Then you had the Buu Saga tournament, but that got interrupted when Yamu and Spopovich left, taking a lot of the Z Fighters with them, aka most of the tournament participants. Then at the end, Goku left with Oob, and the list goes on. So with that being said, I hope that if we do see this tournament at the very end, it would be really cool to see like Gohan, Goku, and Vegeta in the finals, and against that one guy that's more powerful than everybody else, and their family spurs them on to a victory. So I want to bring this video to a close. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I will talk to you later.